Hey guys, I'm just a gamer, and in this video, I'm going to be talking about my thoughts and feelings on the state of Star Wars right now. And before we get into what I really want to talk about, which is obviously the game state, I just want to say about a year ago, I was watching the Philip DeFranco show, and he had a little segment where apparently GLAAD was petitioning for Star Wars to make one of the main characters gay. And not only that, but they were petitioning just to, have more gay characters in general. And this made me think of a previous announcement, even a year before that Disney made about how the first official gay character was going to be in the new Princess Leia book, which at the time kind of didn't sit right with me for the fact that there have been gay characters in Star Wars before. Off the top of my head, I can only think of the Mandalorian general that helped train Jaina to kill her brother, who was a badass, by the way. And there have been others. Off the top of my head, I can't recall. And it just kind of peeved me off that just because now that Disney says it, it's official. And I was like, so because you say it's official, now there are gay people in the Star Wars universe officially because you said so. Which kind of, I don't know, I just kind of pissed me off. I was like, I'm sorry, so gay people have to have your permission to exist in that universe before they... Again, I'm kind of pissed me off. I was really about that. Forward onto the to the previous topic about the Philip DeFranco show and Star Wars and GLAAD. I have to say that I don't like the idea of them making... I think they were petitioning Luke to be a gay character, just because after how many decades he would just be gay all of a sudden. And it just, I feel it'd be too forced. It wouldn't be natural. It'd be just them pandering to that demographic, which again, I have nothing against gay people, gay, lesbian, whatever. Hey, love who you love. But I just feel like it'd be pandering to them just for no reason at all. And it's like, if you want to bring in gay characters, bring in new gay characters. Bring in new characters in general. I mean, this is a new Star Wars. This is a new generation. Just bring in new characters and, make some of them gay if you want them to be. It's like, why change a pre-existing character's history so drastically from what's been the standard for the last, again, I don't know how many decades. And for example, I believe in the current Star Wars comic, I'm sorry, it's backwards for you guys, but in Star Wars number 19, they casually referenced one of the new characters was in a lesbian relationship with one other character, which I thought, good, fantastic. They're introducing this character, their demographic is changing. It's a nice addition. And that's what I would want for, the movies. Bring in new characters. Don't just change a pre-existing character just for just to pander to a demographic. But that being said, I am kind of biased because deep down, the real reason why I wouldn't want Luke to be gay is because I still have hope for them to introduce Mara Jade. She was by far if not my favorite, my second favorite character of the expanded universe. I mean, she was just such a badass. And her story arc, starting from her and Luke being enemies and the Emperor's assassin to, becoming lovers and eventually husband and wife, that whole arc and her story was just so fantastic to me, and I loved it so much. And I still hold the hope that they may introduce her still. And that's I know it's kind of selfish, and people might be saying, well, they can just bring in the character, she just doesn't have to be attached to Luke. But then, for me, it wouldn't really be Mara Jade, because that dynamic between those two is what made the character. And I just feel like I still have the hope they can introduce her. And I guess, for now, I'll just leave it at that. I guess I'll make my gaming thoughts of Star Wars in a separate video. So I guess for now, just remember that I'm just a gamer. These are just my opinions. Take care, right? Peace.